and do what you got to. It ain't your fault, baby, that you don't love me like I love you. It ain't your fault, baby, that I'm so blue. I know you don't want to hurt me. You'd even take it on yourself, but you don't do anything. Put your own life on the shelf. Ain't your fault, baby, you don't love like I love you. It ain't your fault, baby. I'm so and do what you got to do. It ain't your fault, baby, that you don't love me like I love you. It ain't your fault, baby, I'm so blue. I'm so blue. I'm so blue.
Don't stop.
Don't stop. Shoe Suede Blues, that was fabulous. Peter.
Thank you.
Really, really.
Thank you so much.
And, do you know, like, for somebody like me, I mean, I haven't
considering
seen,
we have a dead guitar player.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
I haven't seen you since I used to watch you on television. Will you stop it? Don't make me come over to you. Don't. I haven't seen you since I used to watch you on television. 113 North Beechwood Drive, Los Angeles.
1334.
1334 was it?
Yes, yes.
Oh, no, I can't remember.
That was actually the address of the complex where the writers worked.
Oh, right. But I haven't seen you since then, and it's great to see you. You haven't got the woolly hat on.
Wait a minute.
Ouch, baby.
I know that was Mike. I know that was Mike.
You got me confused with the short English kid.
I know that was Mike. But, you know, we haven't heard from
I've been standing on the corner of the high, trying to think of little things to say.
But he was a good horse rider.
Apparently.
Yeah, good job.
A legend in his own mind.
Stop it now, stop it, because you have had reunions with those guys.
Yes, we have.
Yeah.
And they've been fun.
Yeah.
They've been pleasurable.
Yeah.
I've enjoyed them.
But it's nice to hear you, as we did from your new album,
Yeah.
which is called Cambria Hotel. It's nice to hear you still doing monkey stuff, because very often you get somebody who has made their name in a band, they come back with a different kind of sound years later and they say, oh, don't ask me, I'm not going to talk about that.
I went through a stage of that.
Did you?
Yeah, yeah. I don't know whether I've grown out of it or retrogressed back into it, or, you know, or been bludgeoned into it, but it doesn't bother me anymore.
Well, as long as the whole interview that you do is not about where you started.
Oh.
You have to.
Oh, is that it? Thank you.
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
it is, isn't it? Though, as
Well,
long
thank
as
you.
people like me don't continue to go, and what was it like to be in the Monkeys? Was it a crazy time? And you know, don't tell me about your band, which I guess a lot of people do.
It's been known to happen.
Yeah.
Where did we? What was No Limits? There was a magazine.
Oh,
we just got
Uncut.
Uncut.
Right.
Got a magazine, Uncut, and they did a huge article, very long article, in about like 6 words here about the fact that I'm here with a new band. Actually, I did notice a paragraph about blues music, which is really where my heart is.
Yeah.
And one of the wonderful things about the monkey music is that it came from an era when pop music was strongly blues influenced. The Neil Diamond songs are very bluesy, and and we like doing them for that reason.
Yeah, yeah. I was just musing because you mentioned Stephen Stills just now, a great sound, Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young, and of course he was kind of the Pete Best of the Monkees, wasn't he? Because he went along for the job and he didn't get it. And I was just trying to think to myself how it would have been if it had been Crosby, Tork, Nash and Young, and Stephen Stills and the Monkees.
I don't think it would have worked out either way. I'm not Stephen Stills.
Right.
For better or for worse. I mean, there's aspects of Stephen's talent that astound me to this day. He's a driven man in ways that I am not, and a perfectionist in ways that I'm not, and that's good for that kind of thing. And actually, Steve would have done a passably good job as Peter Tork. In the role, and now starring in the role of Peter Tork, Mr. Stephen Stills. But you know the story. He'd met one of the producers socially, I thought, who had mentioned the thing and said, "We'd like to have you because you're obviously a great personality, but we don't think your hair and teeth would photograph well." Yeah, Stephen had these great big whacking eye teeth, and his hair was like down to you could count on your hands and toes the number of hairs he had on his head. Do you know anybody who looks like you? And Stephen and I were the kids who looked alike on Greenwich Village stages. And in fact, there's a scene in the Monkey movie Head during a sequence where the four of us are each in individual territories. And I deliberately cut my sideburns to look like Stephen's and went out, and you can't tell it isn't him. It's amazing. So why is Stephen Stills walking around the ice floes?
Yeah. So, but it must have been an odd time, because I'm listening to you now. You are. It's a very different sound for the Monkees, and of course everybody progresses and changes as they go on. But there are still guys.
Not always.
Well, no, I was going to say there's still guys around now who are playing the same stuff that they played.
Only not as well.
Yeah, unfortunately.
On the other
All
hand,
dead. All dead.
all dead.
What kind of audience do you get? Do you get people coming
All
along?
kinds.
Yeah.
Yeah. We get 3 generations at a time. The original fans are now up into the double-digit years, and their children, and sometimes their children, and particularly in the States, I've had, I've actually had propositions from illegal women.
And grandmas.
And grandmothers.
I've been very correct about all this, mind you. But I'm just saying, it's just hard to believe, but it's true.
Do you get various bits of personal underwear thrown on the stage?
Oh, my
Oh yeah.
I'm wearing some that he
Once every
gave
decade.
to me.
Right. Knee-high support hose.
Good.
How lovely, how lovely. Yeah.
That's a good one.
I think it's about time they revived the Monkees on television, the TV series. I think it would be, I think it'd be great.
Yeah.
Well,
It happens on the States every so often. It's actually on. Last we heard it was on, although I haven't caught it yet.
yeah.
Some
Have you
independent
made it on the Simpsons yet? I'm surprised they haven't sort of mentioned.
Good point. I'll have to call up, what's his name? Greening.
Yeah.
Hey, Matt!
It's about time.
Peter Tork here. Put me on the damn show, okay? Will you?
Yeah.
But it is good talking to you, because you were always like they made you. I mean, we believed it. I was watching it. I believed it, and you lived in that house, and you all lived together, and they made you out to be the nerdy one.
Actually, I brought that character in. I think I got selected on the basis of having that character.
Yeah.
And well, I don't know, nerdy isn't quite the word I'd use.
Crazy.
No, a little otherworldly, a little innocent.
Crazy.
If I tear up a check for $50, is it twice as much or half as much? That kind of thing.
Nerdy and crazy. Yeah.
And I brought that character in because I had developed it on the Greenwich Village stages as a defense against a joke not going over. I'd put on this expression like, well, they told me it was funny, what do I know? And that developed into the character.
Right. So you used to talk in between sets and things on the Greenwich stages?
Oh,
or did
sure,
you
all the
just-
time, yeah.
Tell stories and
Yeah.
stuff?
Knock, knock.
Who's that?
Stuff.
Stuff who?
Boom. I'm also a grammarian. I chastise people for using the contraction instead of the possessive its.
He's been going around town correcting the menus.
See Pig's Nose in for tonight.
Oh yeah, pigs. We're going to be at the pig's nose.
Great.
Yes.
I would
So
like,
come and bring your money, Mr. and Mrs. Devon.
I would